So I want to talk about why I did not stay at the mental hospital and that whole experience, because it was pretty crazy, I got to say. And I'm just going to break that down. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This video is going to be about 5 minutes long. So just, stop whatever you're doing. Make sure you watch this because it's going to be pretty crazy. So let's dive into it. So the reason I didn't stay at the mental hospital is because, simply put, I knew they weren't going to be able to help me. When I went there, I really didn't know that I was going to a mental hospital at first, because I went to my general practitioner and I basically just had a meltdown. And I told him, I can't sleep. I have this ringing in my ears. I don't know what's wrong. And he did a neurological exam because I was thinking, maybe it's a brain tumor or this or that. So he says, okay, well, before I order an MRI, let's see if your blood work comes back fine. And let's see if you have any other neurological symptoms. I didn't have any other neurological symptoms, and all my blood work came back completely fine. So he's like, well, there's, not really much I can do for you. And so I'm like, I don't know, how much more of this I can take and this and that. And I wasn't saying anything crazy. I just, it was the time around COVID, and there was, let's be honest, mental health was pretty bad at the time. So he sent me to this place where I thought that I was going to get some sort of like sleeping pills or something like that. And it was a psych ward, but I was on like 4 days of sleep deprivation at that point. So I didn't really know I was going into a psych evaluation. I showed up and I realized real quick that I wasn't supposed to be there when I could hear other people in other rooms answering to these questions. And these questions were like, do you want to hurt yourself? And I heard this other person in this other room say, yeah, all the time. I tried to light myself on fire last week. And I was like, whoa, really? Wow. And all these questions, I'm answering these questions. I'm like, no, I just have a ringing in my ears and I can't sleep. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. This and that. I'm like realizing, man, there's people that answer the wrong answer, I guess, to all these questions. And those are the people that need to be there. So anyway, I didn't say anything where they could hold me against my will, because apparently if you go in there and you say something really crazy, they can actually detain you for 3 days against your will. That wasn't the case for me. They basically said, they basically told me, you're not crazy enough to stay here. However, we want you to stay here so we can charge you thousands of dollars, but you're free to go if you want to. And so they didn't say they were going to charge me thousands of dollars. They had some guy come in and basically try to upsell me on some sort of treatment program. And he held my suffering as hostage. He's like, you're not going to get to sleep if you don't stay here. You need to stay here. It's going to cost $5,000 and all this stuff. And I'm like sleep deprived. And I'm thinking I'm in depersonalization, derealization, because on this much sleep deprivation, you're not in reality. And he's like, I can see you probably already derealized and depersonalized. He's like, it's only going to get worse. You need to stay here. You need to stay here. Trying to sell me on a used car salesman on this mental hospital. So I was just completely turned off by that. And I was like, you know what? F it. I'm not staying here. I'll take my chances out there. And I realized how much sympathy I have for people who have to stay there. If you fall through the cracks and you are someone that has to stay in the mental hospital, they really don't care about you. They really, honestly to God, do not care about you. Maybe there's some nurses in there that personally care about you and do love their jobs. Sure, I'm not denying that. But the institution as a whole, they're just trying to profit from you. And it's just really sad, because if it's a state institution, it's even worse, because these people, it's just getting funded by the state. So it's all around just a sad environment in a place where you don't really get help. If you go in there and you're crazy, okay, they're not going to be able to help get you sane, right? The only thing they're going to be able to do is give you drugs and keep you from hurting yourself or other people. So I would say that if you're like, do I need to go to the mental hospital? I'm like, do you want to hurt yourself or other people? If so, you probably should go there. If not, you probably are going to find your healing better elsewhere on the outside. And that's how I ended up getting healed, was I left and I found my healing through just giving myself the space and the relaxation to kind of get into a rhythm where I could then heal myself, get past the ringing, get past my insomnia. And I truly believe that the best way to heal is to take the pressure off and allow yourself and give yourself the space to breathe, and tell yourself that it's okay. It's okay to feel how you're feeling. It's okay to be in this weird state. It's okay to feel weird. It's okay to have a ringing in your ears. It's okay. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Just relax and let yourself experience the moment and assure yourself that it's not going to kill you. You're going to be fine. That's how I got through panic attacks, anxiety, depression, all this stuff, tinnitus. So it does work. Okay. It does work. But simply put, I didn't stay at the mental hospital because I knew they couldn't help me. They were not going to help me. If anything, they would have made me worse. So I left. I decided I'm not going to stay here. I don't care if I can't sleep. I'm definitely, even if I can sleep here, right? Maybe they give me Ambien and I pass out. I'm like, I just don't want to stay here. I had a really bad vibe about it. It was very dark and it felt very sinister. So that's why I did not stay. I took my chances. Everything worked out. So anyway, I'm not talking ill of a mental hospital. I do think they exist and some people do and should be there. However, for me, I didn't need to be there. Anyway, that's why I wasn't there. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the comment section, and I will be talking to y'all later.